Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi washabbihi ajma'in. Alhamdulillah, sedang bertemu dengan Allah sekalian. Alhamdulillah, kita bersama dalam rancangan Warm for Them. Alhamdulillah, bersamalah kita bersyukur kepada Allah SWT. Ucapkan kesyukuran kita Allah SWT. Salawat salam kepada Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Alhamdulillah, pertama sekali saya mohon kemaafan dapat siaran lebih elok masih lagi dalam perjalanan pulang dalam bas. Dan insyaAllah bersama kita pada hari ini pertama kita brother Hamza El Abdulla, dan kita datangan dari Turki yang merupakan CEO Unsur Foundation yang membantu rakyat Syria, membantu pelarian Syria di Syria dan Turki. Dia bersama kita tadi, tapi nampaknya line pun terganggu kerana dia dalam perjalanan pulang dari Syria ke Turki. Dan okey, alhamdulillah. Ahlan wa sahlan Ustaz Hamza.
اهلا وسهلا بكم حياكم الله.
InsyaAllah kita discuss about Syria. Dia tajuk kita pada hari ini adalah Secangkir Kopi Sehangat Ukhwah. Betul kan? Saya pun tak nampak sangat ni. Okay. Alhamdulillah. So today we'll discuss about Syrian refugee, our Syrian brothers and sisters. What happening to... Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kami mohon maaf di atas masalah teknikal yang berlaku, dan nampaknya masalah itu dapat dielakkan, dan saudara kita Brother Hamzah masih dalam perjalanan melintas border dari Syria ke Turki, dan juga sebelum ni kita mengalami masalah teknikal di bahagian media yang web. Dan kami ucapkan kami memohon ribuan jutaan kemaafan daripada anda semua, dan insyaAllah kita teruskan bersama membantu sama-sama dengan saudara kita. Hamzah ni enter. Okay, it's good. Saya ingatkan dah kita nak berhenti ni, tapi alhamdulillah. So Brother Hamzah.
Assalamualaikum. Yes, brother. Yeah, I'm crossing the border, so.
MashaAllah.
Yeah,
now our border is crossing the border.
Yeah.
Hamzah tengah cross border. Fadal, mungkin tutabi.
Yeah, I was talking about the long displacement and several displacement for these people inside Syria. Let them be in high need as well. The last years, the floods and the snowstorms and the harsh winter, let them be more need for the essential winter aid, like heating materials, heaters, like shelter items like blankets, mattresses, and winter clothes as well. So the last 2 weeks, the snowstorm which is hit all the north of Syria. In fact, let the situation more vulnerable and affected the tents and the camps in more than, as the statistics and the numbers, there is more than 80% of the tents. It's older than 5 years, which is in fact the lifespan of the tent. It's 1 year until 2 years, but most of these tents are very very fragile because it's more than it's being used for more than 5 years. Because of that, most a lot of tents in the last wind, the last storm collapsed on people and on the families. The situation in Syria, in light of the winter, need your help. And as I mentioned before, that the humanitarian winter missions, it's very important to provide the people the life-saving aid. It's each family we can receive the winter relief. Maybe it will be the reason to keep them alive and to enhance their life. You can imagine, in fact, the situation of a family with children after when the degree the problem below zero. So how's their situation will be? Yeah.
Brother Hamza, can
No.
you show us the borders to the?
Yeah.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is the border behind me. Yeah, I just crossed the border. Yeah.
So we need to cross. We need to walk to cross the border.
Yeah. We need to walk for there's a distance to walk to cross the border. Yeah.
So subhanallah, yani, just like now there's still there's still snow over there. How's the snowing?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Yeah.
It's still snowing over there.
No, it's stopped snowing, but it's in fact the snow stopped, but the cold weather is still after the midnight. The temperature degrees drop below zero, and it's very cold. So it stopped snowing, but the cold it's continue.
So what's the next your suggestion for the next plan or the next aid or relief for them? We have on winter aid.
Yeah, in fact, in the most need these days is the heating material. As well, they need. This is for the emergency aid. When I talked about the winter relief, it's the emergency aid. They need heating materials. They need winter clothes. They need at least jackets and winter boots, and as well they need some shelter items, some heaters. It depends on but they need some heating materials on as a priority, because in fact most of the people don't have any materials to heat unfortunately some of their goods to keep warm, especially on the harsh cold nights. They forced to burn some of their goods, of their clothes. Their sometimes they collect some plastic to put it. So it's very hard condition. So they need heating materials as the first priority, and of course the winter clothes and the shelter items, mattresses, blankets, plastic sheets to enhance their tents to be more stronger to face this harsh winter.
Subhanallah. So I'm asking about after this winter, because I saw we have another projects. Yeah, on tents we can build houses for them.
in fact, it's very important to think about more sustainable projects, especially after the 10 years of displacement, and after it's a long years that the people live in tents, and they need to enhance their shelter conditions. So we start to construct bricks houses, which is alternative solution to give the family better shelter, which is give them dignity, security, as well to give them the privacy. So the bricks houses, we start with that project around a year ago, and we are continuing with that. So it's very important to think about some sustainable project. The bricks house is very important because it's not just a house; it's changed the life of the people. It changed their life. It's give them a new life. In fact, as they need to be to keep them. To keep their dignity and their privacy. For most of the people, the tent is very challenging because of the many points. But you can imagine that when the family in the camps want to, when, for example, want to cook, they cook on the same space that they live in. It's a very small space. It's without security, without safety, without protection, because the tents could be collapsed on their heads anytime because of the winter, because of the for example, many of tents burned before because of the cooking, and that's killed many people. As well, there's a lot of bad sides of the tents. Like, for example, the toilet. It's very hard to, for example, for the women, for the children to they need to walk for tens of meters on the dark or on the winter to reach the toilet. So the bricks house give the family more privacy, more security, more dignity, and we start to build economic houses, which is safety with the it's more safe, and it's economic. It's not that costly for the donations.
InsyaAllah. Jadi kita lihat bukan sekadar bantuan sosial. It's not only the winter's aid, but we try to make more sustainability project. So we build houses. Dan kita bina, insyaAllah dalam projek itu kita bina rumah shelter, rumah menggantikan kemah-kemah. Maybe our media can share the videos. Okay, Masya Allah, itu adalah sebahagian perkongsian kita tentang Syria, pelarian Syria, secangkir kopi, Sehangat Ukhwah, sebagai tanda persaudaraan kita, saudari kita membantu saudara kita. Alhamdulillah, kita masih lagi membuka ruang. Thanks to our brother Hamza.
Thank you, brothers, and we are looking forward, inshallah, to. Just last word, brother Abdul Abu Bakr. In fact, I want to, on behalf of all the people in the north of Syria and inside Syria, the Malaysian, in fact, efforts to help the people in Syria from the first day of the revolution and until today, they are continue. It's very pleasured, and we want to say thank you for you and Jazakumullah khairan, and the people inside Syria knows very well how the Malaysian NGOs work for them and work to facilitate their life and help them from years, not just from today. So Jazakumullah khairan for your dua, Jazakumullah khairan for your donations, and Jazakumullah khairan for your coming to delivering the aid by your hands to let the people feel that we are one nation, we are ummatun wahida, we are Muslims, and we are brothers in Islam and in humanity.
Jazakumullah khair, brother Hamza. Inshallah, we tried our best, and thank you for your time. And inshallah, we'll just like insyaAllah kita akan teruskan. Sorry. Okay. Terima kasih pada penonton-penonton sekalian, dan kita sekali lagi mohon kemaafan di atas sebarang kekurangan, sebarang kesilapan ataupun kekurangan masalah teknikal yang berlaku dari pihak kami. Dan kita masih lagi muka sumbangan untuk bantuan sejuk, teruskan menyumbang, dan sama-sama kita bersama-sama membantu saudara-saudara kita Syria, di Syria, di dalam Syria ataupun di sepadan Turki, dan di mana sahaja saudara kita yang memerlukan. It's not only Syria, bantuan kita buka pada Syria, Palestin, Yaman, Afghanistan, dan juga di Lebanon. InsyaAllah bersama kita membantu mereka. Dan terima kasih sekali lagi, thanks to our brother Hamza for this time and for the nice discussion. We have some problems that we meet happen to us. So insyaAllah we see again and jumpa lagi, dan teruskan bersama menyumbang untuk saudara kita, dan hadiahkanlah senyuman buat mereka. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamualaikum.